Whoa! Greetings, Lumas! This is Mad Hatter Patrick, and I just completed my Nintendo movie training and physical exam so I can be ready to talk about my thoughts on the Super Mario Bros. Movie. And you too can pass the exam if you had taken Mario 101 and followed these certain guidelines. Rule number 1, Mario is new to every world, and so is his hero journey. This is the first part of the Mario test? No problem. Whoa! Rule number 2, princesses can fight. Party games, fighting tournaments, and other games are full-on canon. Rule number 3, cheap cheats are painful in the face. Rule number 4, Luigi has been captured before, such as ghosts. Rule number 5, if you want to praise a good anime movie in terms of faithfulness and box office records, don't throw any other Hollywood companies and their movies into the mix, especially when their movies are not out yet until next month or so. And finally, rule number 6, stay casual. Let everyone have fun watching their movies and playing their games. If you pass the exam 100%, then you are ready to hear my personal thoughts on the anime Mario Bros. Movie. Oh yeah, I forgot. The other anime Mario movie. I'm pretty sure everyone on the entire planet has ever heard of Mario, the red little guy that eats a mushroom to get bigger, stomps on some enemies, and rescues a pretty princess from an evil turtle monster inside a lava castle. Followed by some additional adventures like having a brother Wayne Green, more allies and enemies, making crossover brawls with other video game characters, and playing a bunch of party and racing games. I wouldn't say I played a lot of Mario games, but I still had a great time playing some of his popular ones like Mario Kart 8, Super Mario Bros. 2, Super Mario 64, Super Mario Galaxy, and Super Mario Odyssey. When people heard there was going to be an anime Mario movie made by Illumination, people were really concerned at the time because Illumination is not one of the big-time competitors in the animation industry next to Disney or DreamWorks. However, because of the success of Pokemon Detective Pikachu, the Sonic movies, The Last of Us, and a few others, the video game adaptation no longer felt like a curse. Well, almost. But when the Mario movie was heavily marketed and the trailers were released, the hype started to grow. Ever since the ultimate failure of the 1993 live-action Mario movie, Nintendo grew cautious to ever allow any of their other licensed games to be adapted into cinema. But the creator of the game, Shigeru Miyamoto, was interested in giving Mario another go on the big screen when Nintendo ported their older games to Virtual Console service and built their own theme parks. So he met with the founder of Illumination, Chris Meledandri, to greenlit the anime movie and have it be directed by the creators of Teen Titans Go, Aaron Horvath, and Michael Jelenic. Don't worry, they promise it's the opposite of the irreverent one and stays faithful. Now that this new reimagining of the popular plumber is back on the big screen for the whole world to see, did it achieve the high score? Well done to another episode of the One Reviews. Let's jump into a warp pipe once more. This is the Super Mario Brothers movie! The plot is about Mario, played by Chris Pratt, being transported into a magical land filled with mushroom people, Goombas, penguins, Yoshis, and other Mario references you remember a lot from the games. He's on a mission to rescue his brother Luigi, played by Charlie Day, who's been captured by the evil Bowser, voiced by Jack Black. But in order to save him, he will have to team up with the Princess of the Mushroom Kingdom named Peach, played by Anya Taylor-Joy, a walking mushroom citizen named Toad, voiced by Keegan-Michael Key, and learn to become a hero. So in all honesty, the story is not really that special. It's a basic rescue mission that the goal is to stop an evil villain from taking over the world and rescue Luigi. No character arcs or subplots of any kind. The closest we got to see is the Mario Brothers' lives before they enter the magical world, like their jobs and family. This all sounds like something out of the actual game if it got itself a reboot. Also, there is a pacing issue with the movie, like when the characters have to reach from one destination to the other, where they immediately jump to their marking point instead of taking it, well, one level at a time. The movie tries to give a sense of heart with the brotherhood between Mario and Luigi, which is a good message, but since the goal is all about saving Luigi, it does often drift away quickly. However, there is one thing that helps the story to be engaging, and that is the world building. The movie did a great job giving each of the Mario Kingdoms their own identities, like the Mushroom Kingdom, the Kong Jungle, and the Darklands, by implementing some of the Mario gameplay and mechanics into the film, whether it be the go-karts, warp pipes, power-ups, gold coins, obstacles, and more, which clearly shows how do the characters adapt to these magical places. The thing is with the Mario games, they're not like one of those deep, thought-provoking video games like Last of Us. It's a simplistic rescue game filled with a bunch of colorful and obscure obstacles that make something look simple pretty hard. followed by a big bad cartoony villain, a princess, Wonderland-type realms, and a couple of allies and magical power-ups. That's all it needs to be successful and charming. In this Mario movie, it does stay true to the source material and the simplicity of the gameplay. And yes, there are a bunch of Easter eggs and references to the games, but some of them do use them to its advantage to expand the magical worlds. Even the real world couldn't resist them. Another good portion of the movie is the humor. Well, it's not 100% comedy gold, but it's still pretty effective with the slapstick, visual gags, and jokes done by the performers.
Where am I?
Ooh, fresh meat for the grinder.
As it is meant to be an origin story about the Mario Brothers, the film did a good job introducing them and the rest of the characters. You don't have to play any of the video games to get yourself ready, but like the plot, the main characters are pretty simple. There's a bit of a complicated relationship with the characters. They're not bad, they're obviously memorable, it's just that they're not fully developed. The main character Mario, along with his brother Luigi, are outcasted plumbers in Brooklyn. Once they entered the warp pipe and got separated, Mario grows a never-give-up determination to find his brother. Okay, so there have been a lot of concern with Chris Pratt playing this beloved video game character after the trailers. Even people who were hyped about it didn't sense any Mario spirit within him. When the movie came out, he somehow got better than those previous takes. It could be that those last takes only applied to the teaser trailers alone, or he just received more rehearsals, but Chris did manage to make Mario feel like Mario instead of Chris Pratt. For the rest of the characters, some of the side characters don't add much but to present their one trait, like Luigi is the coward that needs to be rescued, Toad is the hyperactive brave mushroom person, Kamek is Bowser's magical assistant, and Donkey Kong is the egotistical ape that grows a rivalry with Mario. The only character that does have any sort of development is Princess Peach. In the movie's version, she has a good backstory that she was raised by Toads, which explains how she became a princess, trained to battle, and vowed to protect her people from danger. And then there's the villain of the film, Bowser. He is exactly the same as he was in all the games from his existence. He wants to apprehend Peach in order to marry her, and he won't take no for an answer because he'll force her anyway and destroy everything she holds dearly. And you can tell Jack Black had a fun time playing this diabolical video game villain.
I finally found it. Now who's gonna stop me?
The same applies to the rest of the performers in the movie. While the characters are not fleshed out, the voice acting what really helped make all of them likable, like Anya Taylor-Joy, Charlie Day, Keegan-Michael Key, and more. Their performances is what helped make the movie funny, enjoyable, and capture the spirit of our favorite Mario characters, and you can tell all of them have fun time playing them, much like the animators making the movie. If there is one element that the animated Mario movie did way better than the live-action one, is that the visuals are incredible. In fact, it's the best animation Illumination has ever done. Beginning with the character designs, they successfully capture the look of the characters and creatures from the games. And they just add in the right amount of texture like on the Fabric and Bowser scales, and not too much where it can look over the top realistic. The cartoony animation makes the most of the movie with some of the squash and stretch moments, and especially the action scenes. Whenever Mario gains a power-up, drives a car through Rainbow Road, or when he runs through the obstacle course, it can be a lot of fun to watch. Since it is based off the games, the special effects on fire, water, the superstar, and more make the movie look colorful. And then you have the backgrounds, and they are awesome to look at, from the Mushroom Kingdom, to Brooklyn, to Kong Kingdom, to the Darklands, to the deeper parts of the sewers, to anywhere else. It's one of the most beautiful looking video game adaptations that hands down say, welcome to the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Another portion of the movie that I really like is the use of classic Mario music and sound effect. Although the pop songs aren't all that great, the filmmakers carefully implemented the Mario song motif to give the characters and their world an identity. Did I expect it to be a phenomenal adaptation? Maybe. Would I liked it if they added more risk characteristics and an additional runtime? Sure, but the Mario movie is so simple, it's a fun movie for everyone. The Super Mario Bros. Movie is a fun Easter egg hunt movie that does capture the spirit of the video games. It's not a spectacular story with a predictable plot and underdeveloped characters, but the animation, voice acting, and factoring the Mario gameplay lore into a cinematic feature is what makes it a good video game adaptation. If you're a huge Mario Bros. Fan, or if you're looking for a film that's fun for the whole family, then you will like this. For anyone else, it is okay to give it a watch if you're curious. Like I said before, you don't have to play any of the Mario games to understand everything. You'll follow through just fine. Now I must warn you that this movie may not be considered Oscar-worthy, nor finally make Illumination a fierce contender in the animation industry, so you might want to lower your expectations a bit. but I can still say that this is a good start for Nintendo on adapting their video game characters into anime films. And if the Mario movie does become a financial hit with future sequels, spin-offs, or a cinematic universe, I'd be on board with it. Rosalina has got to have a cinematic debut just like one of her star friends. I give the Super Mario Bros. Movie a B. While the idea of the Nintendo Cinematic Universe remains a mystery, whatever happens to the anime Mario movie and its legacy, there will still be plenty of adventures for Mario and friends, whether it be on the big screen, another program, or a game console. While it's been fun watching their movie and playing their past and present games, we should be ready for the next blockbusting contender. Speaking of which, I gotta revisit this superhero movie and get myself ready to board the next hype train. I'm Matt Harpatrick. Now if you'll excuse me, I'm about to enter the first ever Marvel Multiverse of Madness. Thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed this, check out these other videos, or feel free to like, comment, and subscribe for more upcoming reviews and other projects. I'll see you soon.